Welcome, my dear friends. Please, take a seat. Let your shoulders soften. Let the noise of the world rest for a little while. You are here. And that is enough. Today, I want to speak with you about a word that all of us hold deep in our hearts. Word that has been pursued for centuries by kings and peasants, scholars and children alike. That word is happiness. But what does happiness truly mean? Does it come in the form of riches? A successful career? A family? Inner peace? Is it something we chase after or something we become? I invite you to walk with me today, not to race toward answers, but to gently explore the question. Together, let us examine the Eastern and Western views on happiness, not to judge or compare, but to understand. And in that understanding, perhaps, we may uncover a deeper truth. Let us begin. In the Western world, happiness is often associated with the pursuit of something, success, pleasure, goals. The pursuit of happiness is even written into the American Declaration of Independence. In the modern West, happiness is closely tied to the idea of the individual. What do I want? What will make me feel good? What is missing from my life? There's nothing wrong with wanting a better life, of course. But the question is, will that bring lasting happiness? In the Eastern traditions, especially within Buddhism, we begin from a very different place. We do not see happiness as something to chase. Instead, we see it as something that arises when we stop chasing. Let me tell you a story from the life of the Buddha. When the Buddha was still Prince Siddhartha, he lived in a palace of unimaginable luxury. Every pleasure was provided. He had music, feasts, beautiful gardens. Nothing was denied to him. But the prince saw something that changed him forever. One day, he went outside the palace and encountered four sights: an old man, a sick man, a corpse, and a wandering ascetic. He realized that pleasure could not protect him from old age, from sickness, or from death. So he left everything, wealth, power, and comfort, to seek something more profound. Not pleasure, but liberation. And in that journey, he discovered something extraordinary. That happiness, true happiness, comes not from adding more to our lives, but from removing the illusions and attachments that cloud our hearts. Let us pause here for a moment. Close your eyes, if you wish. Feel your breath. Ask yourself quietly, what am I seeking to be happy? Is it love? Approval? Wealth? Security? Now gently ask, is my seeking bringing me peace or tension? You see, in the West, there's often a focus on doing more to be happy. In the East, we practice being more. In Western psychology, happiness is often linked with external success and achieving goals, what's sometimes called hedonic happiness. It's measured by pleasure, satisfaction, or the absence of pain. In Buddhist thought, happiness is seen as eudaimonic, rooted in virtue, meaning, and inner peace. Instead of asking, what do I need to be happy? We ask, who am I when nothing is missing? Another story. There was once a poor farmer in a small village in ancient India. His life was simple. He had a small piece of land and one cow, which he used for milk and farming. One day, the cow ran away. His neighbors came to console him. What bad luck you have, they said. The farmer simply replied, maybe a few. Days later, the cow returned and brought with her a whole herd of wild cows. Now the neighbors came and said, what great luck you have. The farmer smiled again, maybe. Later, while training one of the new cows, the farmer's son was thrown and broke his leg. The neighbors cried, oh no, what terrible fortune. The farmer once again said, maybe. Soon after, soldiers came to the village, recruiting young men for war. Because of his broken leg, the farmer's son was spared. The neighbors, amazed, said, you are truly blessed. And again, the farmer said, maybe. This story teaches us that happiness does not lie in judging what happens as good or bad. It lies in our equanimity, our ability to remain balanced and peaceful no matter what happens. You see, The West often teaches us to control life, to master it, to fix it, to improve it. The East, especially in Buddhist practice, teaches us to accept life, to flow with it, to observe it, to find peace in what is. This doesn't mean we don't act. It means we act with awareness, not from craving. Let me share another teaching. In Buddhism, we speak of the three poisons that cause suffering: greed, hatred, and delusion. Greed tells us, I need more to be happy. Hatred tells us, this should not be happening to me. Delusion tells us, I am separate from others. But when we practice mindfulness, we begin to see clearly. We realize that happiness isn't a place we arrive at. It's the path we walk, step by step, moment by moment. I remember a young student once came to me. He was from the West and had traveled across Asia looking for answers. He said, Master, I've read all the books. I've practiced every meditation technique, but I still don't feel happy. I smiled and asked him, when you eat your meals, do you taste your food? He paused. I usually eat while watching something. When you walk, do you feel the earth beneath your feet? I'm usually in a hurry, he said. When you speak to others, do you listen deeply? Not always, he admitted. I said gently, happiness doesn't live in the future, it lives in the now. And the now is always here, but you must be present to see it. Dear ones, do not wait for happiness to come tomorrow. Look for it. In the cup of tea you hold, in the breeze against your skin, in the smile of a stranger. In the East, happiness is often described not as a peak experience, but as a gentle peace, what we call sukha, a contentment that does not depend on circumstances. In the West, happiness is often explosive, big laughs, big achievements, big moments. There is beauty in that too. But what happens when those moments pass? Do we fall? Or do we rest in the stillness that remains? We can learn from both traditions, not from the West. We can learn the courage to dream and grow. From the East, we learn the wisdom to be present and to let go. True happiness is not either or. It is the balance between doing and being, striving and surrender, joy and equanimity. And at the heart of it all is compassion. Not just for others, but for yourself. If today you are struggling, if you feel that happiness is far away, I want to remind you, you are not broken. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are simply on a path. And every step, yes, even the painful ones, can be part of your awakening. Let go of the idea that happiness is something you have to deserve. You are worthy of peace just by being alive. Sit quietly. Feel your breath. Right here in this moment, happiness is not a destination. It is a presence, and you are already in it. As we near the end of this sharing, let me offer you one final story. There was once a monk who lived in a quiet forest. Every morning, he would walk to the river to meditate. One day, he noticed a scorpion struggling in the water. The monk reached out and lifted it, but the scorpion stung him. He dropped it, but then reached again. It stung him once more. A passerby saw this and shouted, "Why do you keep trying to save it? It keeps stinging you." The monk replied calmly, "Because it is the scorpion's nature to sting, but it is my nature to help." Happiness is not about changing the world to suit your desires. It's about being true to your nature. When your heart becomes kind, still, and wise, happiness comes like a gentle rain, not loud, not flashy, but nourishing. So my dear friends, wherever you are in your journey, take a breath. Smile softly. Walk gently in this world. Practice mindfulness. Let go of what you cannot control. Nurture compassion in your heart. And happiness will not be something you seek. It will be something you are. If this message touched your heart, I invite you to walk further with us on the path of wisdom. Please consider subscribing to our channel, Buddha's Wisdom, where each video is a doorway to inner peace, self-reflection, and the gentle teachings of the Buddha. Let's continue this journey together. in awareness, in compassion, in peace. Thank you for being here. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be free.